True that, everybody. Hello, welcome back. Again, it's always good to get up, take a little walk around, get re-energized, ready to rock, play some games. Guess what? Bam! Now we're in Satisfactory. Look at this. Right over here, we're ready to rock it. Look at this. Man, we have been working hard. Man, they're going to add the thing that lines up all the pipe splitting. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the pipe splitting thing. All right, now, all of a sudden, we went poof from Fallout 76 over to Satisfactory. Do me a favor, check that title and that game. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if I have properly gotten it to update. Sometimes I got to press it like 50 times. Now, what's going on right here, everybody, is we got a train coming through. That train's coming right in over here, and it is dropping off a ton of oil. We've been revamping our factory here, right? So we are going industrial strength now, 10 times size. And you can see our train coming down the line. Here it comes. And it's going to go ahead and unload a ton of oil. You see we got them triple stacked over here. And boy, is that a lot of oil, everybody. That's some serious oil right there. Triple stacked. So we got them coming in. Oh, here comes the train. Now, they got a bunch of train updates coming along. They got a bunch of snapping and quality of life stuff coming down the line. And revamps to the terrain. And just so much awesome stuff. Coming down the line. I'm just having the greatest time, everybody. The greatest time here in Satisfactory. One of my favorite games of all time. Played it for years now. It's still in early access. Incredibly fantastic. Absolutely an amazing, amazing game. And I feel like when they come up with that update, I might do another playthrough, a new playthrough. Usually I don't do new playthroughs, everybody, but man, it just tips you to play another playthrough when you get new stuff and see how it would affect the early game and how you would play through. But we're going to keep this going until that happens. Now, that's going to drop in about 6 days. That's next week that the experimental version of Satisfactory is going to drop. So we'll probably fool around with the experimental version for about a month. We'll start a new playthrough over there in the experimental version. And then we wait till it drops to release. And then we might switch back to this version on release. And then try out all that new stuff as well here with our kind of more built-up factory as well. So we're not going to totally reset this time. But we will do a new playthrough over there so you guys can see the beginning of the game as well. Now, this game is an 11 out of 10 already. It's already one of the finest games that you will find in early access. Its building is phenomenal. Everything about the game is really high quality. I absolutely love the game. Incredibly fantastic. I can't wait till they put in private servers. The second they put in private servers, we could have a bunch of us in there working day and night, building up all sorts of epic stuff for our factory. And it's really however you want your factory to be, too. It's, it's up to you. There is no wrong way of doing it. You can do it however you want. In my case, I've kind of blocked this area off, as you can see. And what we've done is we created a bunch of refineries. And these refineries are making fuel. And that fuel is being run underneath here. As you can see, they got the pipes underneath there. And they're being run right to this container right here, which is holding it right now. Backlog about 2,400. I could actually backlog a lot more because that's a lot of fuel. But what it's doing is running into here. Now, because these do not have power switches attached to all of them, or they're not all up and running, these ones over here need a little bit of love. Now, I've got a little hover thing that allows me to hover up and down. It's called a hover pack. It is awesome. It's one of my favorite things now in game. Incredibly great. But we need to go in here. We need to add this in here. Now, see how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now. 9 of these, and we need 33. That's right, 33 of these suckers. Now, we can go ahead and double check our numbers pretty easily by first going over here and figuring out how much fuel. We got 600 coming in, so we already know that. 600 is our input. So 600 times 10, right? And then 10 times the output, which is 40, would be 400. 400 right now coming out. We've also got some byproduct here that we're running down the line, and it's going into the awesome sink there because I don't want to recycle. You can get it back in there, and you can figure out all the numbers and rerun it through. It's a waste of my time, but I just run in the awesome sink, and it gives me tickets, so yay. It gives me that instead. So we got 10, so that's 400 fuel that's being produced. So then you need to know, hey, Kismet, how much is each oil thing using up? What's using 12? So you just do the numbers, right? Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. What's 400 divided by 12? 33.33333. So basically, it's really 34, but I would go with 33. And by the way, that's only half the amount of oil that I'm using right now. That's only half. Yeah, half of it. So yeah, the other half we're going to use for plastic and stuff like that. We're going to have an obscene amount of plastic, an obscene amount of rubber going to be used with the rest of our factory. But for right now, let's get our power going. Now, if we have 33 of these, how much power is that going to be? Right now, it's producing 150 megawatts. So, hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. What's 150 times 33? 4,950. So let's just call it 5,000. So this is going to produce 5,000 power on top of the 12,000 power that we're already producing from our coal plant. And really the purpose of these plants is to get your starter stuff going. And once you get that starter stuff going, then you're really going to get a lot of your stuff kind of queued up or scaled up to a point in which you can get to the higher end stuff. Now, I do have nuclear power and all of that stuff over there, but I do not have enough of my resources scaled up to do all of that stuff simultaneously, which is what we want to do. Now, power should be one of your top concerns because you're going to need a lot of power. The more you scale up, the more power you're going to need. So that gives you a general gist of what we're up to, and our train is very faithfully running back and forth. And we're going to go... Didn't I just take this out? I could have sworn I just took this out. Maybe I canceled it and I forgot. All right. Now what we're doing is we're running the power down from up here. So we hit this up here. We run the power from up there. And we're attaching it right here. And then we're attaching it across here. Now the second you attach this power, because it already has fuel already being fed into it, it's going to start that one up eventually. If we've connected the pipes, which I don't remember if I have or not. Well, I guess we'll find out when we go look at that side here in a minute. Now, while I'm doing this, everybody, we're going to go ahead and start up our battle. I think you guys got the general gist of this. Just me connecting a whole bunch of these together. And then we'll add these foundations back in again, and you'll never see all of these power runs that we have here. Like this. You get the general idea. All right, let's go ahead and do this battle, and then we'll come back to battle. All right, battle time. Fired up. And I'm just going to keep putting in that power. And then adding back in the foundations to cover all that up. Very nice. All right. Oh, yeah. A lot of this has not been T-sectioned in. I'm going to go ahead and start T-sectioning this stuff in. I can't wait for that snapping, for this piping. It's going to be awesome. That's coming in Update 5 again. Next week, Experimental will be able to snap and align pipes. As well as splitters and all of that as well. Oh, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be amazing. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. How we doing on that battle? How many units did we have? 40 units. All right, it's pretty strong for second battle of the day. Let's go, let's go. Let's get it in there. Now, I don't want to see nobody just putting down one unit now. that could cause us to lose. Let's get in there. Put down as many units as you can. Put down one every 5 minutes. Even if they're basic units, every unit makes a difference. The more units put down, the more loot you get here in the stream because it allows me to give you more loot. All right. Again, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's see if we can make any more. Out of motors, all right. Let's see if we can hunt down some more motors over here. some right there. Burn them. Burn them. Oh, yeah, some motors right there. All right, opens the cab chest. Give you guys some love. Rotisserie G, Ravens by TARDIS walking away with some loot. And No Pair coming in MVP with 25 kills. Nice job. Again, we're going to try to get you guys maximum loot here in the event. This one I go and do battles all day. And then I do battles all afternoon. That's right, I do bonus streams for you guys just for the battles. Now, if I see it drop to a low amount, people aren't joining us for the battles, then I'm going to cancel that battle mode. So I expect to see some serious amount of units being placed today. Otherwise, I'm not doing battle mode next week. Because, man, that coming back every 20 minutes is pretty rough, everybody. Because I try to eat dinner, and I'm like, oh, hold on, I got to go run a battle. And I'll run a battle, and I go back and eat dinner with my family. And now I'm like, oh, wait, I got to mow the lawn. And I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, my alarm going off. I got to stop mowing the lawn and come in and run another battle because it's not automated, everybody. I have to run every single battle. So there you go. So come and join us, everybody. We're going to fire up these battles. Try to work up some of my characters now because I've got 2,500 scrolls on my tank. So I'm going to rely on you guys to throw down today. Let's go. All right. Now I'm looking through here for any of these. There we go. Oh, look at all this stuff in here. Look at all this loot. Oh, man. That concrete out of there. What the? It's like magic. Why is that just popping in at the top there? That's weird. That's weird, bro. There must be more than they can put in one thing. Ah, sneezing. Yeah, it must be more than one. It can put in one thing. All right, hold on. Let's try to fix this problem. Let's go in, put another boxes in here. Try to fix this. Try to fix this problem. All right, we're gonna put all of our stuff that we're working on here at the end. We're gonna go to this chest here and grab everything out. And then we're probably going to want to make an awesome sink or just utilize the awesome sink. Let's utilize this awesome sink over here. And I'll show you a great little trick. Here's what you do. You go ahead and put one of these suckers, right over here. Oh, and I put all my stuff away. All right, hold on. Hold on. I can't get rid of that one either. What you do is you put one of those right next to the awesome sink. So at any time, you can just go ahead and throw stuff in there. Take a few of these out, put that in. And then we'll go ahead and put one of these right back here. You know what? We'll take this out. And you want to use your maximum speed belt, which I did not do. There we go. Into there. This out of here and into there. And I don't like that. I don't like that. It goes beyond my thing, but whatever. We'll leave it for now. And then we'll put all this stuff in there. And it'll burn through that stuff in no time. I don't like the way that's going, though. Because it is going outside my thing, and I want to eventually build up and over. Especially with all the new stuff they're coming out with. A whole bunch of new pieces and parts that you can do. For building. I feel like if I just nudge that a little bit further forward. Yeah, let's do that. Put it down at the bottom. There we go. All right, now we'll put all that stuff in there. Get that stuff to run out. Now, what I did was I went through and I took out the train station here. So I put it all in that one right there. So yeah, that's a lot. And we can also do this. Put that there, and then have This one come down from up there and go into here. Oh, that's if I had enough stuff. I'm taking the stuff off of you. You end up with not enough room for all the other stuff. Doesn't matter how much inventory space you have, it's not enough. It's never enough. All right, there we go. And then we can go ahead and create a second one up here. We drop all that stuff into there. And that stuff will move its way down into here as it empties out. You get the idea. And then the same thing up here. Vertically stack all this stuff. So if you got a crazy tons of stuff like me right now. Oh, that's encroaching. That's clearance. So I can't do that one. That one's too close to the awesome sink. I got some room in this awesome sink here. Hold on. Let's move this awesome sink back. Let's move this awesome sink back just a bit. Let's give it a nice centered feel to it. Say something like that. Run that in there. Alright, now we can go ahead and do our lifter. So, alright, there we go. Now we can really start to stack a bunch of junk in here. Now, all this stuff I can get again. I can get it from over there. That's where it's all coming from. I got to get that train to bring it all in here. But I do need to get rid of all of this stuff. So there we go. I took all of that. Now, here's the real annoying part. For some reason, water is dropping. I can't pick up water. I can't put it in there. I don't even know how to get it out of this thing. So I have to literally go through and delete each individual thing. I don't know why they did this. I hope they take this out in the next update, because this is a huge pain in the butt. Go through and have to redo all this nitrogen gas here. And water. This is because I got rid of the train station. Should have just got rid of it, but instead it dropped it into a box. There's a way to just shift click that stuff. Control, Alt, right click it. Nope. Nope. Hour and a half of doing this, everybody. Why did I put the trash so far away from it, too? Why is it on the other side of the interface? Why not have a trash can over here, too? Remember, they're still working on the game, everybody, so they'll probably address this at some point, I'm sure. I should probably go over there and let them know that this sucks. Once you do get rid of all of this, this box will go away, which is good to know. I hate these floating boxes. Next time I'll flush the system. Make sure to flush the system before you take this stuff out in the future, everybody. That's what I'm going to do next time before I take this stuff out. I'm going to totally flush it. There we go. All right, that one's gone. Get down here. Work on this one. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Again, we'll put this stuff way up here at the top. Hold it down there. Hold it down there. Alright, and we've got to reestablish the power. This one, I don't even know how I had this attached. Probably had it attached down here somewhere. How am I attaching it now? Cool. Ah, I don't have my wire and stuff. Hold on. Gotta get my wire stuff. Right here. This, some of that. There's this one coming right off the side. Alright, right here. Right down into our lower level, where we're using our underruns here. No clipping. No. No, no, no. Right there. Boom. There we go. Put that in there and then cover that back up again. And now GG. Alright, that's going to run all that stuff, get rid of it. I feel like this is one of my favorite mechanics that they added to the game, is the ability to just throw away all this trash. because you don't want to save all that stuff, because you have to micromanage it, everybody. It sucks up all your time to micromanage all of that extra resources when you could literally just recollect it later on. When I go to bring the train back down here to bring all this material in here again after I revamp all of this, I will have a much better thing. And I don't know why I curved that at the end. That's kind of a weird thing. Why did I not just bring that straight and make a station for it straight? I don't know. I don't know what I'm up to there. But again, this is all Spaghetti City over here. This is where you're just running stuff willy-nilly all over the place. Look at that. Oh, God. Ah, God. All that stuff needs to be worked on. That's what we're doing. We're revamping everything. We're taking out all the old stuff. And we're... Oh, God. Another one of those. Probably these are all like that. No, this one I'd get rid of. All right. This one? Oh, thank goodness. Yay. Man, I gotta sit over here and do this thing over here. Well, I can wait for the awesome sink for a minute and just do this stuff. Make sure to flush all fluids before you remove stuff, everybody. Otherwise, you'd be doing this. I don't know how many of these boxes I've already done. Too many. Too many boxes. Yeah, and I don't know how to convert this or put it in your inventory or to put it in something. I feel like it shouldn't even drop. I feel like you should be able to just to throw everything away as well. Like a delete all would be great. If you're going to put this in the game, you know, make that a delete all. So I don't have to sit here and do this stuff. This is cutting into my gameplay time. It serves no purpose other than to eat up my time. Oh, all right, there we go. Flush that stuff. What do we got here? Oh, God. Here we go again. As you can see, I had a lot of oil backlog. Cleaning it up. We'll get it all cleaned up. Working awesome here in a bit. Now we got to get some power going on. And then we're going to go ahead and start working on our next level tier items. We've already done our kind of basics, you know, our rods and all of that. We've scaled all that up to like 10 times the amount we had before. And then we're going to utilize a lot of those to make our next level stuff, which will be all of our steel and all of that. But we want to get all that out of there. How are we looking up here at the top? We'll put a bunch of that in there. Get in there. Control, by the way, control allows you to put stuff of the same type in there as much as it can fit. Same thing here, just control, control, and boom, all that stuff's in there. Now, I actually want to take the plastic out, put all that junk in, and we'll get rid of all that later. Over here, this is our stuff that we're using, but do we really need all of that on us at once? Probably not. Let's go ahead and put some of this back. Don't need all that. Put that back. Too much plastic. This is junk. Take all this, put that back, put this back, that. Alright, that's looking okay for right now. Okay, now we were trying to get more for our supports over here, or for our power. And I'm going to get one more. And we're going to do them in groups of 10. So we'll have the first 10, and then we'll have another 10, and another 10, and then 3 more. But we're going to try to get one more of these in here for now. And then we'll probably break off of this and start to work on our lower level stuff, because we're going to run out of materials. Now, they also said they were going to add the ability to make perfect corners. It's going to snap your corners really nicely and all of that. Oh, man, that's going to be awesome as well. So it's going to allow you to line up stuff more efficiently. Like this. You can also hold down the, I think, control key, and it will snap where these things always go straight. Oh, actually, they kind of do already. They will always go straight across there, like that, and then you can just back up by 2, like this, and then you can put a nice, beautiful 90 in there like that. Look at that. All right, I'm going to fly over to the other side, and we're going to take these 2 out here for a minute. Right here. And a nice power connector. And connect those across. I like these little hidden power connectors. That's kind of fun. I think that's the first time I've ever done that, where I've hid them underneath there. Ran that down. That actually perfectly doesn't hit the thing. It's pretty cool. It's like it runs right in between that little spot. It'd be cool if there was a little hole there that you could put there and do that. But now this one's up and running. You can see all the smokestacks are running. That's what you want to see. And I can literally do 3 times the size of that as well. But I do not have the resources for it because I've used them all up. And so what I need is this. Let's clear the list for right now. I literally need, I'm going to add 1, but I need 23 more. So 23 total. There we go. And look how much resources we need. 345 motors, a bunch of rubber, quick wire, all of that, and 230 modular frames. That's a lot of loot. Let's go back here. And we got plenty of power now. We can check in on our power levels by running back over this way. Look at that. Working super awesome over there, man. That is good looking. Good looking power. This is all cleaned up nicely. Got the awesome sink. Burning up all of this random resources up here. Nice. Okay, what do we got going over here? I think this is our computers. Yep. And then this is our heavy modular frames. Oh, there we got some right there. Okay. So now we're up to 112 heavy modular frames. What is the 4th thing that we need? Encased industrial beams. All right, let's go ahead and throw 100 in there. Let those go ahead and keep going. We need to work on our encased industrial beams, and we need to work on our steel. So let's go ahead and figure out how we can go ahead and get that going. I really feel like I want to take more of this out, but we'll get to that later. And as you can see, we have our boxes over here, which has all of our various materials. We're going to be recessing a bunch of those as we go. The one we need right here, encased industrial beams. I can see that it does not have a lot of that going on. So let's go down here into our sub-level. There's our run level there. Oh, there's some stuff down there. What is that doing there? What are you doing there? That was when I'm in the middle of doing something. That's the second that the darn save thing comes up. All right. And then down from there. And this, you can see, is way scaled up. This is massively scaled. These are just plates here, everybody. Those are plates that are just being run. As well as a bunch of rods and whatnot that are being produced. And then over here, these are modular frames. And so let's go ahead and do a little play yard stuff over here where we go ahead and just create something and try to figure out how to make some encased industrial beams over here using our assembler. All right, encased industrial beams. What do we need? Steel beams, and we need concrete. So we need to find more concrete, and we need to get those industrial beams going. Now, concrete is something I always have running. From the very beginning of the game, I try to keep that constantly running. Let's take that out and see what we got left. Just a little bit of that. All right, let's go ahead and take this back up to the top level here. Try to consolidate a lot of this extra resources up here on the top level. Back into our boxes. What do we got? A lot of copper going on there. Let's put that back over here. It's probably already full, but we'll go ahead and just take a look. Yes, already full. Okay. If it's full, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of some of this stuff. Now, I suggest when you're revamping, if you have enough of it already, if you already have like a full box full of that stuff, I highly recommend just getting rid of it, right? Just get yourself an awesome sink. Take some of these resources and just make it where you don't have to micromanage them over and over again, because then you'd be moving from here to there and everywhere, and you have 50 boxes of stuff that you're not really using, and then you probably won't end up using it at all, ever, in that particular playthrough. So I suggest awesome sink that stuff, like right now. I've got a whole bunch of these extra rods that I could just go ahead and throw into the awesome sink, right? I've also got to make sure it's got power. So this one over here, let's upgrade that one. A better pole for now. We'll revamp all this power line stuff later on. Run that to there. And there we go. Look, oh my God. Is that 1 million? Yeah, that's 1 million. I need 1 million points to get more coupon. I got 54 and I got plenty, but I just do it to get rid of the stuff, right? You're going to get overburdened with way too much stuff there. If you got more than one box of it, you got too much. That's my theory anyway. All right, where is our things? Right here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put some of that away. I only need one box of that too. All right, all the rest of this looking good. Okay, so to do the stuff that we want to do, down in here. To do the stuff that we want to do, we're going to need concrete, and we're going to need to get our steel production going. So we're going to need to stop on our power and get our concrete and steel squared away. Now, I know I have some concrete going down here, so let's go check that out. We also got an awesome sink going there, too. What's that awesome sink doing? It ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing a thing right now. Looks like we were clearing out some resources there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's take that out of the power grid. No longer need it. Get a bunch of those resources back. That is now obsolete. All right, now there's something running there. Where are we getting that from? This is copper. Ah, right here. Right here is our limestone extraction, and we've got it. This is a coarse node. This is a bad node. But we're extracting 300 per minute. And it's going here, and it's going there, and up here, and it's going up to the second level here. And then being fed across into our box, and really not being used for anything else right now. So again, this is 300 per minute on this. So we need to make a note, a mental note, or even better, write it down. Because there's no way I'm going to remember, because in 2 seconds I'm going to forget. Limestone output. Okay, so we have 300 limestone output. That's all you really need to know. How much is that outputting? And then that's going to help you with everything else. So we have a 300 output. So if we want to use that entire node for our next thing, our thingy things. God, my brain really doesn't want to work today. Come on, brain, work. Sometimes my brain gets all messed up. Let's do it. For our encased industrial beams is what I'm trying to say. We have 300, so we can do 10 of these. This is 30 per minute. Getting a bunch of messages. Oh, they're letting us know what server we're going to be on. Oh, cool. So we're going to need 10 of these. Because it's 30, right? So 30 times 10 is 300. So 10 of these. And then we're going to need to match our steel beam production so that it matches that 300. So 10 of these right here. So where are we going to put those? Let's put them right here. What the heck? We've got it coming up here. We could divert it so it's not coming up here anymore. We could divert it across the other way and have it come up over on this side. Now, I do like to always have some sort of... Gosh, man, it's like every second something's interrupting me. I do like to have some sort of road, so I'll go ahead and leave a road there. I'm going to probably end up taking all this stuff out here, so let's just preemptively take a little bit of this stuff out. Boom. Like that. They're also going to have zooping, everybody, where you can just go zoop and put all of those back in one zoop. You can do 10 things at a time. Where you can do, like, things that are holding your stuff, you know, your little... conveyor poles. You can zoop a whole bunch of those. You can zoop a whole bunch of stuff. I can't wait for that feature. That's going to be really fun. All right, so we're making some space here, and we're going to put our assemblers in. And I'm just going to bring them up from down below. Let's have it hang off just a little bit there. And now we're going to need 10 of these. So let's hope we got enough for that. There's number 2. I don't mess around, everybody. 4. I go right to it. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. There we go. All right. And then we'll go ahead and take all that out by holding down the control key. Again, look how awesome the building is in this game, everybody. It's second to none, bro. It is awesome. Oh, no. We got stuff directly under there. Okay, okay. Well, maybe we can still do it. We got some power lines running there. We can see we're running some vertical power there. Oh, I love vertical power. I love the vertical power. Now, let's see. You know what? We should run it down. Oh, we should do it from up above. Oh, let's do that instead. Oh, that's going to be fun. Let's do that. We should run it from above, from our run level. Yeah, yeah. Very rarely do I run stuff down. But that's also very fun. Let's do that instead. Now, our run level is actually up here. This is our normal run level. And this is the production level I would normally put up above, up here. But this is where I have all my drones and all that other stuff and all of my other things that should be up there. My production level should be right here. And then I run it up above, and then I usually run it to the boxes up there. But I could also run it down into each of these as well from this upper part. So we could go ahead and take a look again where this is running up, right over here. And we could say, you know what? Oh, it's actually already running. It's running right there. We could run that down, or even easier, we could just say, you know what? Let's just bring that down there. Take this out. And take that out of there. And then, I love this flying thing, man. It really does help a lot. And then we'll go ahead and feed it right to there. There we go. And then we can go ahead and land a little bit here. And bring notorious misclicker. I will misclick a lot. And let's just go ahead and we'll line this first before we get all into adding the rest of those foundations. But we're also going to want to add both of them. So we don't necessarily need to put it there. We could. Where's our road? Our road is here. Let's go ahead and take a few of these out to remind me I'm going to put a road there. And then, how could we do this? We could go ahead and push this forward. Let's take all these back out again. And so that's going to come out of there. It's going to run along here. And then we could say run it into a wall. Really only need the feed line. We can run the feed line and then just run the splitters. That's all we really need to go down there. Or maybe sideways. We'll leave a little bit of a buffer here. You want to leave yourself some room, everybody, because you got to run all the lines and you got to do all of that. I want to leave myself a bit of a buffer area. So I'm going to run that down from up above. I'm going to push this forward just a little bit. And then we'll have, I mean, we could put the splitters up here and then run them down. We could also, one of the things that I noticed, by the way, if you notice these walls, when you put the dual thing in, you can line up the things to the actual wall, right? So you get your assembler and try to line it up like this. And they're going to actually have it where this actually works. Well, this actually lines up way better. All right, there we go. Now, usually, if you get the first one in place, when you do the next one, here's when you run into a problem. So you got your first one in, and then you go to do a wall, and then you're going to do a double. Uh-oh, now it doesn't work, right? Because it doesn't align, because the width of the actual machine is so big that it doesn't align to each thing, unless you're using constructors. Constructors, the smaller ones, actually do align to each individual thing, so those work great. But for this, it just doesn't work out. So it's just too wide. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. And we're just going to go ahead and, again, offset that in. And then we'll just try to figure out what we want here. And we're going to have to do a lifter and a thing. So we're, right when I clicked it, it moved over. All right, right there. And then we'll go ahead and put a splitter in there. And then we'll go ahead and align that to a side wall. And we'll do something like this, because we're going to have to offset the splitter anyway. And I'll show you why, because this one will have to be a lifter. Because I'm going to run the other one underneath here so it runs to all of them. And so we want to do that. We'll want to put our splitter in so it aligns to this. And I find the trick is you look at the little white boxes here, the outline of that, the little white cube. And then the first one doesn't count. Just count that as number 1. And then, or 0. And then 1, and then 2 out, and then that usually aligns fairly well to the extended. Now you can actually make it a lot closer if you want. You can go ahead and try to put it a little bit closer. Now what I try to do is I make one and then I offset another one like this, just so I know where that offset is, and then I go ahead and I make the actual final one. And I make sure I've got the right direction at the top, and then now it's really close to the thing, right? So you use one of them as an alignment visually. You do not leave that in there. Take that out. You always put that in last. Always put your lifters in last, and then it will properly connect, and then now run into that. And then now that you got that one in, you've got all of this as well. You got all this aligned like so. Then you can go ahead and put in connector there. And then we can run that down from up above down to there. So our goal is to get this now to actually go here. Go there. And this is going to come down. Align to that. What we could do that offset up here. Probably be better. Bring that up like this. And then just run it like that. And then we can put some stuff under there like walkways and whatnot to kind of block that off. Just kind of fill the rest of this in. Just try to outline it for now. And there we go. Alright, now we're looking good. Go ahead and bring this out. And let's bring it out to say there. Do it right along here. Like that. We'll have it snake out a little bit, and then back by. God, this thing. Stop. The flying. That's like a little bit of a drift every time. So when you're trying to do that, it can be a little bit annoying with that drift. But there we go. So we did a nice corner action, right to here. Boom, down into this lower area, into the splitter here, and then out of the splitter, right into there. And now we've got our both upper and lower areas already established. And so we're also going to need to run it into this eventually. Now this is going to be blocking this input right here. So I'll actually probably input it from the front side. In there, I'll still have my road that I can have, a 1-lane road there, and I'll probably input it from this other side, or I can do a dual wall. We could do that as well, dual wall, up here, and try to attach it just right next to it there, and then up into there, and it'll come out a little bit and then up. There's a lot of stuff you can do. We'll fool around with that later. Right now, we want to get the rest of these in. Again, we're doing 10 of them. That's the most important thing to remember. And number 10. There we go. How we doing on this battle? We're ready for a battle, everybody. Ready for a battle. 65 units. Now you guys are stepping it up. Let's do it. to battle! It's battle time! Let's go battle it out! And while you guys are watching that battle, I'm going to keep working away on getting our splitters in. Let's go. I would like to challenge myself and see if I can get these in before that battle's over. Fun challenge. Gonna be close. And splitters in. Yeah, nice. How we doing? Let's go. Oh, 61 to 23. Oh, man, we have rolled right over them. Rolled right over them so far. There's that boss. Get that boss. Oh, no, they're after me. Run away. All right, boss down. Now we just got to get these candy tosser guys. Oh, we don't have to kill those. All right, awesome. Open the captain chest. Give you guys some love. Subi, Rotisserie G, Last Splash, walk away with some epic scrolls. And Cutie Foxy. I'm just going to call you Foxy for short. Coming with 17 kills, MVP of that round. Another boss kill, 751 bosses down. I love how we get the double chests on this one, man. We got a triple chest on the first one, man. We got like 3 chests in a row. We going for it, man. Come on, let's get you guys some more loot. Let's do it. Let's try to get you guys up to maximum level with maximum loot. I can't remember where we normally go on this one. I guess right here. All right, well, let's keep working on the Barbarian. Get him in there. Get that fired up. All right, now while you were watching that, boom, look at that. I put all my splitters in. Nice and easy peasy. Now we're going to go ahead and take out all the extra splitters right here. And then we're going to put all our lines in. Now, the most important thing about when you're doing this is to make sure that you are doing it in the correct direction, that all your stuff is facing the right direction. The great way to know on splitters is the orange area on the side of the splitter here is the input, right? And, of course, the green areas, or in this case, the top of it is silver, is the output areas. So you want to definitely make sure those are all running in tandem. And then let's just go ahead and start connecting all this and see if I screwed it up. I'm going to do the bottom line first, because if I put the top line in, it's just going to make it visually harder for me to put these in. What's really smart about knowing, it doesn't matter which way I put these in, because it already knows the split directions in input and output directions and all of that. So even if I'm not directly on the right side, I can still put it in there pretty easily. Pretty easily. There we go. And you don't really need the splitter at the end, but yeah, I put it there just to make it look nice. And then now top side. Now this part's real easy. Just connect this across. But Kismet, it's floating. Only for a minute. I'll take care of it. I will take care of it in just a moment. We all remember that we put our lifters in last. Do not put your lifters in. If you don't need to, put them in at the end. All right, I'm going to hit F, a middle mouse button, to grab the lifter from all the way at the end there. And then make sure my lifters are facing the correct direction. Usually when you do the first one, it kind of sets a precedent for all the other ones you do. If you do them all in sequence, Much smarter to do it all in sequence, everybody, so that it aligns itself in the direction you want it to go. I feel like it saves a crazy ton of time knowing those little tidbits of information. There we go. Boom. All we need now is a whole bunch of steel to get in there. And GG. Now, since we got this perfectly aligned height-wise, we can go ahead and fill in the rest of our foundations here. I found a little trick, by the way, with the hover thing here. You can just get at level and do a whole bunch of these in a row. The hover thing helps a lot for this kind of stuff. Still going to do some misclicking, but it helps a lot, especially on the skiddier one. You can also just go in and kind of aim to the side like this. That helps you fill that in nicely. All right, looking good. Now, we've actually got a bunch right there, but we need to revamp all of that. We got an output there. We want that output to go ahead and output, probably run to the back side here. Going to run it out, back up again, tie it into here, run it down there, run it back up into our storages over there. And that is going to be awesome. I'm also going to need another line for my concrete, so I can run it over there, so I can have the excess in the box. There's going to be no excess here because this will be actually at exact amount. Now, we're going to need some power, so let's go ahead and get our power. I love the fact that they added vertical power to the game. Oh god, it's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. And I love this vertical power. And I love it when it lines up, too. When it lines up along that line there, that makes it real easy as well. You know, you just bring that up and then connect it across, and so on and so forth. Now, you could connect them to the same multiple, to the same one if you want. That's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. Like so. All these nice and connected. I hope you don't mind me speeding up. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I will get to them eventually. Sometimes I do get super focused. But let me catch up on the chat. There's some ones in the chat. Django got himself some loot there by jumping. There you go. Django saying hi in the chat. What up? I put my caddy behind a pin code door. Put the code in numbers around my camp. You got to work for it. There you go, Shadow Fox. That's fun. Egg is settlement. There you go. You have candy in your camp, TARDIS? Oh, thanks for letting me know. I totally didn't notice. I'm sorry. I forgot to look at the chat. My bad. My bad. Agreed. Hype. Yeah, I just woke up. Let's see. Lots of ones in the chat. Again, I get focused. Bless you. Thank you very much. UEG, appreciate that. I can't wait for Zooping. Yeah, me too, JC Hunter. I definitely feel like I'm going to go ahead, just for experimental, though, is to start another playthrough. Try out all that Zooping from the very beginning of the game. Start over again. Play through experimental for a while. And then when it drops to the normal mode, then we'll come back and see if our camp is a viable thing. If it's not viable, then we'll have to restart, obviously. Because you know, sometimes they make changes and it messes up your factory. But you got to remember, you're playing an early access game. If you're playing an alpha or beta or early access game, you can't complain about how it doesn't work, because that's the whole point, is to make it, see what doesn't work, and fix it before it comes out in release. So that's what we are going to do eventually. All right, so that's all set up. That's ready to go. Now what we want to do is go in and tell it what we want to be. We're going to copy it right down here. We're going to hit Control-C, then Control-V to go ahead and do this. This is another feature I love the fact that they've added. This makes this a lot easier. You know what would be more easier is if I could just pick up the first one, and when I put the first one to what I wanted to be, and then I pick it up, and then I run it along the thing, and then they all are the same thing based on the first one that I picked up. So I don't have to go back later and do this copy-paste thing. But those are going to be the case industrial beams. Now, they only make 6 per minute, everybody. They take forever, so that's why you need a lot of them. So this will be 60 per minute. And that will be a decent start. Now we got that going. Now we need to put... come on, work with me here. There we go. And then we need to merge all this together. We're just going to do a simple merge here. So we got the directions going. That's inline merge. I suggest if you're going to do your mergers or splitters, do all of them at the same time. All at the same time. Got them all lined up, and they're all the same orientation. Because the orientation is the thing that probably screws me up the most. Is that things won't be oriented or aligned. Right there. See, that's not aligned. That's why I like to use the thing so you can see if it's aligned or not. So this is coming out of there, merging into here, and then running along there. I hate it when I misclick. I do it a lot. Trying to rush. Well, you know, if you don't push yourself, you never know how fast you can be. Come on. Sometimes you just double click. Click again right there. That works pretty good. And there we go. Output's all set. Now, this needs, again, a bunch of steel beams. Now, it just so happens, boom, I have a bunch of steel beams, which is awesome. So I can feed some of these extra steel beams that I have, and at least a couple of these to get them going there. I've already got the concrete, but it needs power. So I got to go ahead and click it into our power grid. Now, we don't want to have it where it just instantly and is always running, right? We want to have the ability to turn this on and off. So we're going to go ahead and take our power switch right here, and we're going to stick it right there. And so we're going to connect part B. Oh, we got this backwards. And this is the thing I wanted in the game the most, everybody, is this power switch. It is so awesome. They did a great job on it. Absolute amazing job. Let's turn this on, and let's call this, what is this? Yeah, God, I forgot what the name of this thing's called. Always the way my brain works. What is this? Encased industrial beams. Encased industrial beams. You don't need to type the whole thing out, everybody. Just make it so you can just remember it. No big deal. Okay, so the B, which is the on-off side, is going to connect up to here like this. Now, the main power line, which is running across here, you can see, that I'm going to go ahead and cut off of there for right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and find out where that came from. I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. We're going to better run that. Well, that's got to go this way. I see. I see. Okay, so that's got to go. Come on. Let's say right here. Then we can do a dual connection from right here back down to there. Oh, no, it's going to here. All right, dual connector to there. And this one, I guess we'll run it right over here. Keep that wire from going everywhere. And also, if you're going to have a road there, you don't want a wire hanging down where your road is. Not that you can't just go right through it. I mean, it's not like it's a barrier, but up here you want to, you want to make it legit, if you know what I mean. All right, power switch on. Boom. Let's go, baby. Oh, look at that. We got more capacity than even if we max conned everything. Sweet. Look at that. Nice. Okay, that's up and running. Look at it go. All right, make me that stuff. Okay, now I've got a bunch of it running right here, but this whole entire assembly line here is going bye-bye. All of this right here we're going to redo, because it shouldn't be running at this level. It should be running at the level up above, because this is my run level up here. It should not be running down here. So thus, while we're taking all this out now, served its purpose in the early game, but now we no longer need it. Now, if I was smart, which I'm not always, what I would do is I would build this kind of stuff in the very beginning. In the very beginning, I would build one of them, and then I would leave room so I could build a bunch more later on, and then expand it and expand it and expand it to however much I need it to be, right? And then you would have a factory that was just a encased industrial beam factory, and that's all that it would do. And then as you add more and more of them, you could add more and more to the input. And the more you add to the input, the more you could add over the entire span of it. And you can see we're starting to get a few right there. Now what we want to do is we want to bring this up and run it over here to our box that correlates with it. So let's run over here and find out where that particular box is. You can see we're running our plates along here. Oh, we're siphoning the plates. And then we're running the plates also down. Oh, that's a pretty tricky little move I did there. I don't even remember doing that. What we're doing is we're splitting the plates right here. So we're siphoning it into our box. So if we need some, they're in the box. But also the rest of it, when that box is full, it just continues to run the full amount into the other part. So that was one of my smarter ideas. I like that idea. Okay, now let's go ahead and find this encased industrial beams we've been using. Which I think is over here somewhere. Right here. Okay, this one right here. We're going to take this one out. We'll take this part out. And we're going to better align these off the side, kind of like what we're doing here. And so we'll grab that. Try to get that to go in there. We're going to have to take all this stuff back out. All this funkiness here. Too much funkiness. Alright, then we got to put this back in so we can put this in. And align that. Like so. Then we take this back out. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and run our lifter down. Alright, what do we got? Oh boy, we're going to have to go above that right there. Alright, that's going to be a fun one to get across there without... No, that's going to run right into that. I don't let it run into there, even if it does work. I still don't like the clipping. So we're going to turn this one sideways. In fact, we'll bring it down to about that same level. Say something like that. And then we'll bring it in right across there. Alright, so we need to get that back to here. And run it on that upper level. So we're running it there. We'll have to bring it up. Get right to there. Let's go ahead and run these lines for now. I have to work on this power just sitting here in my face. You know what? We could probably use a buffer here as well. Get a little second buffer. Just so it keeps an extra backlog of that particular material. This is going to go to here and then come around to there. But we're going to need to offset that. This. And to there. And there. It's going the wrong direction. That says it's an output. So this is the wrong way. Wrong way. That kind of stuff happens all the time. Where it acts like it's the wrong way. That's not that's the right way. Huh. Be an input. Let's just double check. Alright, go like this. Go like that. And that should be going into there. There we go. No, it was the wrong way. Alright, we got it. Going into there. Very nice. And so now all we got to do is go all the way to the other side and connect it in, and then boom, it'll have 2 boxes worth of backlog. One in the lower level here and one in that upper level. Which will be nice. And then again, this got to come to the end here. I kind of feel like what we'll do is we'll do a little double lift. Something maybe like this. So this goes into there. That comes up to here. that back in. This up in here. This to this side. Then we're going to go ahead and use... I hope you guys don't mind me speeding up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm going to go real fast now. And so I'm going to line this up to here. I'm going to offset it by 2. I'm going to put this up here just so this is a nice 90 like that. And like this. So before I offset it, it'll be a little bit more to the right. It said it was a line, but it lied. It's a big fat liar. There we go. Don't listen to it. It lies. It's not aligned. Now it's aligned. There we go. Take those back out. Run this across here, and boom! That's GG, everybody. That's GG. Those suckers should run across there, through this box, into there, and then across here, through to there, connect to this one, go up into our box up here, and then that box in the front here. There's actually stuff in this top one? No, let's get rid of the top one now. And then now offset like our other one back here, where we backed it up just a little bit. And then we'll run it out so we can see what's in that particular one there. Again, we're going to be doing that with all of them. Now, the reason why I offset it is so I know what I've done already, right? What's been worked on, right? Like all of these ones over here have been worked on. We've worked on our plates. We've worked on our frames. We've worked on that. It's always a good idea to try to, you know, figure out what the heck you're doing and what's been done and what hasn't been done yet. For sure, for sure. So now we got our casings going again, so that's awesome. Now, I just happen to have a crazy ton of this already just sitting around. So I can just go and say, you know what? Hold on a sec. Where do we have an extra box? Right here. Do we have anything we can just get rid of in there? No, I don't want to get rid of any of that stuff right now. So let's just grab a bunch right now. Cool. And then we'll just have it make some because we're going to need a bunch while we're working on all this. Right over here. And I do build a lot of temporary stuff. A lot of stuff that just makes it real easy for me to get started. I call it offline production, where you just literally do this. Right, and then I'll feed a bunch of this into here. And then now, when it's done saving and being annoying, it will then start these up. And what I want to see is I want to see them all start up, right? Then I know that I've got going on. Now, the way this works is it works on an overflow system. So first it'll fill this one, then it will fill that one, and fill that one. So they're not all going to start up usually at the same time unless you individually split them so it perfectly splits them to start. It has a bit of a ramp-up time to get it going. But the one here at the end is usually the one most starved. And you can just manually put some in there to get it going. But eventually you'll see this go up to 2, and then it'll go 3, 4, and then eventually it'll fill all of them all the way across. So they got way more flowing in than it's going to burn up in that amount of time. But eventually it will burn through all of those. So let's get some more. Again, you can do some offline production if you're hurting for that particular resource until you get enough of that resources going to fully automate the whole entire thing. And again, all of this sitting in this box over here doesn't do me any good. Doesn't do me any good. We're going to get a ton of that here in just a moment anyway. So let's just help it along a little bit. Right here. Boom. All right. Now that is going to do me a huge favor and get me a lot more of that. Now, while that is working on that, I do like to multitask, everybody. While that's working on that, I do have it working on a bunch of other stuff at the same time. Now, don't forget to leave a little bit for you, everybody. Don't forget to have some for you to use as well. So we'll keep that like that. And now what we need is we need the other one that goes along with that. We'll go down in here and we'll go find it. So we need to get the steel going. Now, I used to have the steel right here, and I was using this node over here in the corner. Oh, we can put these back now. Come back and add a road there eventually. I was using this node that's right off the corner here. Right over here. for this. And you can see it's producing at 120 right now. And I was using this node, but you can see this node is doing nothing right now. It's doing absolutely zero. But look how much room, I love having extra room, how much room I have right here. And I've left this room here for that reason, because I'm going to do one side. This side over here is going to be just the steel beams, and the other one's going to be the steel pipes, because I have another one way off in the distance, which is doing steel beams and steel pipes over there. But that's just going to do pipes, and this one's still just going to do beams. And the reason why I'm going to do beams right here, probably guessed it already, that's because I have my production that needs steel beams literally right there. So this would be better to do steel beams over here and steel pipes on the other side, which I can pump all the way over here. So you can see I also have an awesome sink going here for running stuff, and get rid of that. We can get rid of that now. Let's go ahead and get that off the power grid. Again, the more things I take off the power grid that's not being used, the better. Now, when I see that over there, everybody, I go, uh-oh, what's going on here? All right, when I see red lights, I go, uh-oh, what up with this? What up? Why is this got no power? Now, I might have turned this off, which is most likely the reason, because there is an on-off switch here somewhere. I really need to centralize these switches. I might have this off. Let's see. Ignits? Yes, I do. All right, let's turn that off. Oh. Now, this one I did an overfeed. I love the overfeed. Everybody, when you run it down the center and you feed it over the top. I love to try different things. Feed it from under, feed it from the top, feed it over the top. Looks really cool with the smoke going up and all of that. And now this is going to make an obscene amount of ignits there. And then those ignits are going to be flowing out of here into the upper levels, and also over here where it's making a bunch of other stuff as well. You see we got some concrete coming in from over here as well. What is up with this merger right here? What is up with this? Got a Mark 1 and a Mark 1 belt. What the heck is going on here, everybody? Let's give that a little bit of a boost. What the... That needs some love over there. Holy moly. Why is that one not... This one doesn't seem to be working. Oh, that's an output. That's why. That's outputting and running way over here. Oh, I see I got my coal coming up right there, too. All right, get all that out of there. Bunch of spaghetti city up in this place. Get that out of there. We don't need that line no more. Get out of there. We'll deal with that later. We'll just have it go straight through now. All right, get that out of there. Straight through city. There we go. And we've got some other production for concrete over there, which we'll tap into. But let's get our beams going. So now that we can go ahead and utilize our beams to go along with that. Now, before we do that, though, we're going to need our boosters. And I've probably used more boosters in this particular playthrough than any playthrough ever. Because I normally don't use boosters. I only use them on the really big manufacturers, so I don't have to run 15 lines of heavy stuff to these big manufacturers here, which would take 4 inputs for a lot of stuff, right? Like this right here. Again, I need those encased industrial beams in there so I can make heavy modular frames, so I can make more power, so I can make more items to make more heavy modular frames to make more power, and you get the cycle of this game, right? That's how it is. You're like, Kismet, is there an end to this game? Because I get that question all the time. Kismet, is there an end? There actually is now. They've gotten all the way to tier 8 now. And so what you do is you try to get in here, and I haven't even done the high-end power yet, and you got to make a bunch of this, and then you are the employee of the planet. That's your big goal, is to become the employee of the planet, because you're working for the giant space corporation. Fix it, and you're collecting a bunch of raw materials and converting it and building factories and all. It's just so good, everybody. It's just so awesome. Such a fantastic game. All right. And you can see I've got all of my pipes going there. I've got all my rods and plates and various other fun things. And look, we've even got a little bit of our stuff going there as well. And that'll fill up pretty quickly. We've got our stuff coming in there. Oh, I'm looking for my boosters. I don't think I have any left. We might have to go on a booster hunt. Let's go over here and take a look. Any of my boosters left in here? No, I wouldn't put it in there. I would put it in the box right here. If I had any extra. Don't see any extra. All right, we got to go on a booster hunt. Now, where have we not gone to get boosters? Got to find our little worm friends. I wonder if I got any boosters in any of these. I don't think so. I can't remember boosting any of this stuff. We'll come back to all this sulfur and water, plants, and all of this stuff. This stuff. Oh, there's some right there. Awesome. Don't need them there anymore. Over here too. Oh, look at me go. Look at me go with them boosters that I need. All right. Awesome. Now, why do I need those boosters? Well, one of the few things I do suggest to boost is the finished manufacturers, which you saw, the big manufacturers, which are right there, the big ones. And then also your raw nodes. Your raw nodes, see if I make it before I run out of power. Yay! Your raw nodes, you can, instead of getting more nodes, which actually takes less power to do that, but it does take a lot more materials and time to run that where you want it to go, right? Make your trains or run lines or run your vehicles if you're really crazy, which don't use vehicles until they revamp it, everybody. Those vehicles are awful. They get stuck, they get messed up, all sorts of bad pathing and all that sort of stuff. But once they fix it, it's going to be awesome. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and boost this now, and bada bing, bada boom, it's now going to go really, really fast. Now, I definitely need some power, so we need to think about how we have our power grid here. So we're going to literally just take away all the power here, and then redo our power grid. So this is going to be much better. Let's go. Nope. Nope. There we go. All right, let's do that. And let's just run this power. And let's say right there, because we're going to probably need that power down there. And then we'll run a really long line here. Like this. All the way over here. Okay, where is our main power line? Now, I should really color code these, everybody. So I know which one is a main power line and which one is a secondary power line. A secondary power line would be like the whole entire line here would be connected again together in that power. And so I don't really have that aligned well. You know what? Let's do this one again. We'll do that battle here just a second. Let me figure out the logistics of this first. I'm going to say right here. Then we'll run this power. And I see I got another connector there. It looks like main power line. Yeah, that definitely looks like a main power junction there. They really should color code all this stuff because later on, this is going to be a nightmare. All right, so we'll tie that into there. And then we should have power. Yep, there we go. How do we know? Because we're using our little thing. And now it can't output because there's stuff already in here. But if I take a little bit of this out, it will then start this back up again. At least it should. There it goes. No. No power. Did I not connect it across? That's there. Oh. I hate it when I do that, everybody. Look, I just about connected it, but it didn't connect. Look at this mess. What is this? Oh, I connected it way over to there. Alright. Fail fish. Fail to the fish. Come on. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Alright, let's see that. Let's see that power. Oh, I can hear it already. There we go. Firing up. All right, there we go. 300 per minute. All right, so instead of 120 now, it's going to be at its maximum that it's ever going to be, at least as a Mark II, is 300. But here's the thing. If we use a Mark III instead of a Mark II, it's going to double that, and it will be 600 extraction. I know, right? So we definitely want to get that going. I think I have enough to make one. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Do we have enough to make one? Oh, we need our fused modular frames and our turbo motors. So we need to go find those. So up, and away we go. And while I'm wandering off looking for those, everybody, let's do a battle. Let's go. to battle! Now, way off here, I've put a bunch of this resources down. And now I need to track down where I laid it down. I think I put it over here by my power. But let's go ahead and do this battle here. I'm going to go ahead and fast run you guys in there. Let's see what happens. Let's go. I'm going to clear my to-do list. And put my Mark III in there to help me remember what it is the heck I'm looking for. Turbo motors and fused modular frames. Oh boy. Where was I making those fused modular frames? It's tough, everybody. It's tough when you have it all split up all over the place. You don't remember where the heck you were doing what with what with what. So we'll get it all consolidated eventually. Oh my God. I got a whole box full of it. Wait till you see this, everybody. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, wow, that was a quick win. Nice job, everybody. All right, how many years we out of time? 60. We're getting there. Come on, let's get up to 100 years. I'll give you 1,000 kids caps every single time. How are we doing on the retweets? Also, I'll give you 1,000 kids caps every time we get 5 more retweets as well. Subi getting the love, someone else getting the love, and then somebody was MVP, and I clicked the button too fast. My bad. My bad, but I want to get you into the next battle. Want to get you into the next one. Let's go right here in the center. Going to use the Batterman on you. Try to get the Batterman leveled up. Let's go ahead and check all of our stuff here. Let's check our quests. All right, looking good. Make sure to collect your quests, everybody, or otherwise they don't progress. I am notoriously bad at remembering to do that. And then let's check our store for any new scrolls. Again, problem when you've got all your characters at max level, you don't have much scrolls you can buy. There we go. And back into it right there. All right, let's go. All right, I was out here in this spaghetti mess that I have, and I looked at this, and I go, oh, that's how you make those. And then I looked in this box. I got a few, everybody. I got a pinch, a smidge of those. Now, again, you can see I've already gone to the highest level of the game, except for one level, which is the proton level, or whatever it's called. I do have nuclear power out there, and what we're doing is we're revamping the entire base. And we're scaling it up to like 10 times the amount, right? So instead of extracting 60, we're going to extract 600 of each resource, and that's going to scale up each resource. And as we go through and revamp each resource, it's going to scale up the amount of power that we're going to need as well. But eventually, when we get back to the high-end area where we're in nuclear power and all of that, we're going to have enough resources now to fund all of that high-end stuff that right now we're hurting for resources because we just have not scaled it up enough, right? So that's good as well. Now, we also need the other thing, which is our turbo motors. Now, I don't remember where I was making those, so let's go look around and see what we got. We got rubber there. I don't remember what we're making here. Oh, there's a bunch of motors right there. Oh, we're looking for those, too. Let's take those. What are we making here? Oh, there's the turbo motors. All right, let's see how many extra we got. 16. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We only need 3. And there we go. So GG. And that's why I do this first, everybody. I don't really worry about the overall layout of as I'm going through the game. And then I'll come back and I'll revamp it. Now, if you're really smart, and we'll try to do this in experimental, where we would actually build it so that it's modular and can be expanded later on without being so crammed together and you're running lines all over the place and doing all of that. You would, if you were smart, that's what you would do. So don't do what I'm doing. Don't make it messy and then build it later. Build it nice the first time, right? So have it like this where you can expand this out later. Have it like this where you can expand it out later. Now, you don't always know if this is going to be where your factory is. You might build it somewhere else. You never know, right? You never really know until you know, you know? All right, let's go down here. Again, look at that. Ooh, mama. That is looking nice. But let's go ahead and take that out. And we'll take this out as well. Now you're like, hey, Kismet, wait a minute. You're going through the foundation? Just RP it in, everybody. Don't be so critical of the game. You're like, oh, God, I can't believe that it's cutting through the ground. And, oh, my God. It'll be fine. Just relax. Relax, bro. It'll be just fine. Okay. It's okay. We'll RP in that we cut a hole in there and yada, yada, yada. You get the rest. All right. We can go ahead and put in our equipment workshop. Right over here. I hope they fix this save lag one day, because it just, every single time I'm in the middle of doing something, it comes up with that annoying save lag. Need one more of these. And boom, we are ready for our level 3 miner. And man, we are going to really scale this up now. Bam. All right, that down. Go ahead and put our boosters back in again. Like so. We'll go ahead and put our power connected back again and watch this baby scale up. Yeah, 600 per minute. All right. Now, how many is that going to be, everybody? Now, there's actually another thing that we need to scale up along with this, and that is going to be our coal power, which just happens to be right over here. Right down there. Now, I think I might have already scaled that up. Well, let's go fly over this cliff of death and find out. All right. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not scaled up. But you can see I've overclocked it a little bit. And this right here is a Mark II. So, again, we need to take that out. And hopefully we have enough to scale this way up. We really just need to run that straight up into there instead of running it all willy-nilly all over the place down that way. So we're going to take this all out as well eventually. But let's go ahead and do ourselves a solid here by getting a box. Sticking that off to the side here because we're going to end up with a ton of various resources on us here. Let's just put all that stuff away for right now. And let's pick up all of this right there. And let's see if we can make another one. Or do we got to run back? Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay. And then again with our workshop here. Another one of these. Now, I usually take it out. And the reason why is because you need the portable miners to make it happen. And if you don't take it out, you don't get those 2 portable miners back. And thus you end up with extra portable miners all over the place. So I just take it out and redo it. Oh my goodness, that is going to be an obscene amount of coal right there. Because guess what, everybody? That is a pretty epic node right there. So let's crank that baby up. Let's take this out, and we definitely want to... we're definitely going to want some sort of pre-log into that, because that's going to be an obscene amount of stuff there. Let's take this back out, a little bit of that. It's going to be a lot of coal. Just one node. Right there. How much of this is going to produce? That is a good question. Oh, we got to revamp the power too. You know how much I love vertical power, everybody. There. Huh. That actually doesn't want to go like that because that's going to be the base of this. So this probably wants to go more along the side. Yeah, figuring out the logistics. More like something like this, vertical up. Maybe into a double wall one. Maybe something like this, and then oh, what the heck? It's shooting at me. Oh, the little guy respawned there. Punk. The guy respawned. Alright, I don't have enough health to take him on right now. So we're going to head on out of there. I'm going to go up on top here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use a double wall. I should probably use a lifter right there. Where's my actual box? I should use a lifter. We don't want to spill our coffee, everybody. Let's have a little drink. I need to go clear that guy. So let's go focus on that first. Clear that guy. And again, I don't know why they respawn, considering I have my stuff right there. It shouldn't respawn, but oh well. Alright, let's just use some simple stuff here. I might already have some on me. Oh, I don't. Alright. Nom, 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 nom. Alright, do I bring any of my bombs? I did not bring any bombs. Oh, man. Bummer me. Bummer me. I do have some over there I could go get, or I might just go whale on them. I think I might just go whale on them. And I gotta get my bombs over here as well. Alright, time to whale on this dude. Let's go. Some scary stuff, everybody. Scary stuff sometimes. Let's go. Alright, now we're going to bring our power from up here to here for now. We'll revamp all of that later. But we want to align this over here where it's going to end up right. But so we'll go ahead and do this. We'll just bring this power over here so we can use the power of that to use our little floaty thing. And then we'll float down. We'll find out where that guy went. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's way over there. Okay. He ran over here, but he's way over here. Time to get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. Now, what my favorite thing to do is to throw down little explosives and then blow them up. That's really fun. But I didn't bring any explosives, sadly. I have a whole bunch over on the other side, which we'll get to. But we'll get rid of that dude. Alright, now what we should do is we should sync this up to where we're lifting this. Like this. Now watch how amazing that I am in the fact that I have this already aligned to the rest of the grid down here. It should align itself to the rest of this grid. Or it should do that. Now, if it doesn't do that... Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Oh, God. If it doesn't do that, then I got to realign my grid down here to match to my actual main base. And so that's what we'll do first. We'll make sure that our grid alignment... And I build out from my central base. So everything else should align wherever it is. It could be 4,000 in that direction, but it aligns to my central base so that all of the foundations and when you're running lines and all that stuff match up. It's quite the undertaking, everybody. It's quite the undertaking. So let's go ahead and get this down here. Using our double ramp. It's probably going to run right into this. That's okay. Yeah, this is not even... It's not even squared off with my base. I see. Yeah, see how that's running in a different direction than the rest of this? Let's go ahead and square this out. That. There. Turn this back to my coffee cup. And then this down like this. And this out. This out. And then... needs to go up just a little bit. Alright, so not the full ramp, but partial ramp. We don't want this to come up too high or it won't let us do the thing, so... let's say partial ramp down. Then we'll do... take this out. Revamp this a bit. Something like that. Take all the rest of this out. Rebring that power over here temporarily so I can float above it. All right, we'll take all this back out. Now we'll properly align it to our primary base. Everything's in perfect alignment. So when we run all of our stuff, it should run fairly well as well. And I do a lot of ramps like this in the beginning game, in the early game, because you don't have your hovercrafts, you don't have a lot of all that other stuff. You haven't unlocked that stuff yet, usually in the early game. All right, and let's go. What am I doing? Production Mark III. Let's go. Oh, it's in my clearance zone. I'm not going to keep all this anyway. I'm just kind of aligning it so that when I put all this stuff in here, I can use it to align. There it goes. I can use it to align to up there eventually. You'll see. Get all that back out. And then we'll put it in a nice wall. And then we can correct so everything lines up. Let's say there. Oh, and I actually want to put a buffer in here first. Let's say wall here. Storage lined up off of that. A little bit closer. This going into here. This going out into there. This now going up above. From there. Up into here. And then we'll fly up here. Bring this out. That does not. Still does not line up the way I want it to. But we could align it the opposite direction. So we could go like this. Line it up like that. Woo. This instead, but I actually don't want that either. I want it to be up here in my run level, which is way over here. Look how awesome this game is, man. Look how far you could build that away. Right? Look how you can just walk that right out. It's just so freaking awesome, man. The quality of this game is like second to none, man. Second to none. Alright, now do I really want to run it at the run level and run it over there, or do I just want to keep it at the lower level and just bring that up and dogleg it along there and run it in there? I have all the options. I can choose from any of them. I kind of feel like I just want to run it right in there, because then we're going to feed line, and I could bring that down to the end, and then we could double feed line that edge. I like the way I'm thinking. I like the way I'm thinking on that one. Let's do that. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this up again. This time we'll tie it this way. Into there. And we'll also go ahead and run our power line down. So we really only need to go from here to there, and then under here, like that, and then there. Holy mama mia, that's going to be pumping out a bunch. All right, let's go down here. Check the amount that we've done here. Let's put all this in here. Get this overclocked. Get that sucker pumping out. 600 coal times 2. That's 1,200 coal per minute, everybody. Just so you know, you cannot even run 1,200 coal out of there, so it's really not even useful to run 1,200 coal because it's not literally going to be able to be run. And that's one of the things I wanted to show you on this one. And the reason why you can't run 1,200 coal is because the maximum speed of your belt at any given moment is 700 right here. 780. So I can't even run that out of there. If I put it on a conveyor, it won't even come out. It doesn't matter. Even if I put it on a lifter, it won't come out of there. Even if I do a splitter, it doesn't matter. The original line, the line that comes out of there, can only be 780. So the most I can produce in anything from the start is 780. That's it. That's all you can ever do until they add one that I guess is 1,200. But it's really not necessary to go above that. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and say, you know what? I want to set this parts per minute, but it doesn't let me actually type it does let me type, brain. It does let me type exactly how much I want, 780 parts per minute. Boom. And then it shows me how many I really need to overclock it right there. So I only need like 1 and a little bit more to get 780 parts per minute out of there, and that's it. This is as much as you possibly ever need to run from any one of these. And so you can just type it directly in there, which is awesome. Or you can just type the percentage. And there we go. So now we are max running our stuff, and that is backlogging a crazy ton of coal in there. And before that gets too far, let's go in here, grab some of this ore back out. Right there. Where the heck did all that coal go? What did I do with all that coal from there? There's got to be more coal than that. That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right to me, everybody. Seems like there should be way more coal there. Alright. Now, this used to go to my coal plants that I had way over there, but now we got basically 160 coal plants running way off in the distance. Really, 160 of them. Running way off over there, producing 1,200 power right now. And this right now is coming up here, and so we want to get this going down the line here. I feel like I might want to just leave that at the lowest level. I'm not going to be doing much over here. So let's go ahead and just get this turned around that way. Into here. Bird a burp. Bird a burp. Bird a burp. Get that going. God, has time already gone by already? Jeez, man. Time goes by so fast when you're playing these games. Let's go ahead and put this one out just a little bit further out here. Again, we'll revamp all that power later. All right, there we go. Then we can put this here, put that there, run that to there, run this to here. Push this out a little bit so I have a little walking distance. Walk around it. I'm gonna say right there. Right to there. So now we have 780 coal coming out of there. Now we have to figure out how much of this stuff that we need, right? How much overall? I don't think I've even worked on this one yet. Got a whole nother node right there we haven't even tapped into yet. All right, so we got 600 ore coming from here, and up here on the top, we're trying to produce our encased industrial beams up here. And we've got 10 of these. So we need 10 times whatever this is. So we need 240 steel beams. Hold on a second. Some people are jumping around here. I got my kids jumping around. I'll be right back, everybody. Sorry, everybody. Children. Children have no sense of anybody but themselves most of the time. That's the problem with being a child. All right. Let's say we need 240. So 240 of this, 10 times this, because we got 10 of them. 240 steel beams. So what can we do to create some steel beams? Well, let's get a constructor here and take a look in the constructor. In the constructor does steel beams, so all we need is steel ignits. Now, they need to be in the 60 per minute to produce 15. So really what we need to do is reverse engineer 240 divided by 15. Hey, Siri, what's 240 divided by 15?
240 divided by 15 is 16.
16. So we need 16 constructors worth. So 16... constructors worth, okay, to get that going on. So basically we need 16 times 60. Hey Siri, what's 16 times 60?
16 times 60 is 960.
It's 960 steel ignits, right? So we need 960 steel ignits, and then back from that we're going to need our our smelter thing, but it's not called a smelter. It's called a foundry. There it is. And our foundry, to make steel ignits, we're going to need, that's 45 per minute. And we need 960. Right? Is that what it was? Let's double check it. Steel ignits, 60 per minute. We need 16. 960. Right? Yeah. And then we need 960 as the input. Right? Because it's 1-to-1. See the iron ore and the coal is 1-to-1 to the output in here. So we need 960 iron ore and 960 coal to keep that going. So that's not going to be enough. The iron ore I can get more of, but the coal, 780 is as much as I can run on a single line. But I could get another coal node and run that over, but I don't have any other coal nodes nearby. So we're going to be limited on that for sure. So we might have to just run it under production for now until we get more coal and we revamp our iron and try to siphon some of that iron off over here as well. So we definitely need 960. But we'll run with what we got right now. We got 600 and we got 780. But we'll build it out like we had enough, right? And then we'll come back later. We'll add more iron ore. We'll add more coal to the total amount. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we're going to need, how many of these did we need again? 16 of these. Right, so 45 per minute. No, hold on. There's something 60 per minute. This is output 45 per minute. We need 60 here. So we need 960. Oh, this is constructors. 16 constructors worth. We need 960 steel ignits. This is producing at 45 per. Hey, Suri, what's 960 divided by 45?
960 divided by 45 is about 21.3333.
21.333, so 22. 22 foundries. We need 22 foundries to produce 16 constructors to produce not enough to make all of this run. Yeah, we definitely gonna need a lot of that. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get it going. No time like the present, everybody. Let's get it going on down here. Now, the first thing we're gonna need to figure out, Fred! Why is it every time I go to build something, Fred right in the way? Every single time. That's Fred, everybody. He likes to come in my base. He's like, oh, you building here? Oh, hold on. Let me just stand in your way. Does that make it more difficult? If it does, you just let me know. Fred, get out of here. Shoot. Get out of here, Fred. Go on. Get out of my base. Always in my way. All right, so we need to think about, we're bringing in the coal from that side. We're bringing in the stuff from this side. Let's take this out. Jeez, we must have a lot of that in there. Nope, just enough to make it fill up my inventory. All right. Let's just delete some of this. We got enough. So we can get rid of this. Okay, there we go. So let's start with our foundries and the logistics of running our foundries. Let's start with those first. So we're going to need 22. So let's start on this side. You know what? I'm just going to take these pillows out and work with that. We're going to need a way, because we got this thing coming up through our base here. We're going to need this to be our thing. So we're going to push forward just a little bit. Let's hope this gives us enough room. So let's start with our foundries. Hopefully we have enough for 22 of those suckers. 22 modular frames and a bunch of rotors. All right, let's go. Up we go. Whoa. Come on. You hold down shift, you go a little bit faster when you're rising up or going wherever. So rotors, which we did put a bunch of those back in here. We're gonna need 200 of those. So God. Inventory is full of stuff again. All right, let's put some of these motors back. Find those later. Stack of those. Throw that away. Throw that away. A lot of these suckers over here. Where are those at? Right here. Those back away. Keep a stack of those. Alright, and then we're going to need, again, why I have this, everybody. So if I need stuff, it'll be right here. We need 50. We need 220 of those. Wow, okay. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Alright, there's 150. 200. 250. Alright. And then rotors. And then rotors. There we go. Alright, we got enough for 22 foundries. Just right like that. And down we go. Let's put down 22 foundries. This is going to be a fun one. Foundries. That was 10. Yeah, that's, let's do this a different way. Let's do this definitely a different way. That's not going to fit. So what we'll do is we'll run that to the end here. Where do we want this to end up is the question. We want it to end up on that side. So we definitely want to get this going. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this one as an alignment, and we're going to go ahead and do this instead. We're going to put this here. And then we're going to put our merger here ahead of time. We're just going to put it right here in the center. And we'll center that out. And then, see, the problem with these is that they're offset from each other. They're not in the center, so you can't just center them out. So you have to run that there and then run that back there, which is not going to work out. When you go to merge those. So you have to offset them by so much. Let me think about that for a minute and why we do a battle. To battle! Alright, it's battle time. Let's throw down some battle. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of offsetting all of this and making it work. I feel like that's what I might do on this one. I might do a nice offset. Let me see if I like that. I guess I can get away with that. Let's give that a go. There's two ways of doing that. You can offset, you can double up the inputs, you can double up the outputs. I think I'm a much bigger fan of doubling up the outputs because it aligns better than doubling up the, the inputs versus the outputs. Much better doing the inputs, and I'll show you why here in just a second. How we doing? Oh no! Oh no, you guys didn't put it down enough units. Oh, so close. So close. That was a good try, though. Only 54 units, though. It wasn't enough to make it happen, but I believe in you guys. I believe you're going to make it happen this time. Come on, we got this. We got this. Rise up in the chat, everybody. Come on, put down more units so we can get the win. Now, whenever we lose, I call in the big guns. That's right, call in the big boy. Right here, my max level tank who can absorb massive tons of damage. I got you back. Let's go. All right, now what I did is I build them all in a row, and I've offset the output, which means I'm going to put the inputs on this side and the inputs on that side, and I can tell you I don't like it already. I don't like it. But you know what? You try some stuff, see if you like it. You don't like it, then you just take it out. No big deal. You get all your resources back. I'm definitely going to revamp all of this. This has got to be revamped. All right, let's get like this so we can just see the foundries, and we'll take them all out by holding down control. Now, here's what I think I prefer to do. that out. And I'm going to prefer to go ahead and use our foundries here, but this time we're going to put them the other way, like this. And then we'll have a nice central line run along here, where we have a splitter on the first one. I just choose the first one as a splitter. That's just me. That's how I like to do it. Like this. And then the second one here is going to be our lifter. And that'll be our second line. We could, in theory, run it from the other way. There we go. So that's going to be our input there, and then we'll have a line coming in. We'll put the coal this way, and then we can actually just run that and attach that to the end, and that'll run the opposite. They'll both run in two separate directions, so coal run that way, iron the other way. Doesn't really matter, as long as it fills up. The only thing that it's going to cause is that when it overflows, it's not going to overflow in the same direction. So it's probably better to run the iron in the same direction so that as it overflows each thing and then it goes to the next thing, it does it in sequence instead of being out of sequence. So that would be my biggest suggestion on that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put another one of these in over on this side because it's also going to split to the second side over on that side. And I probably could go, see what we can get away with here. Now we're going to line these up and then offset it to the edge of that one. And maybe get away with that as well. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. I don't think you can get that in there any tighter than that. Nice. In fact, you can't. This is as close as you can get it. Now, I don't typically like to build it that close, but that is actually the most efficient way of doing it because there's no, you don't have to run any other mini lines in between all of that. When it comes to this second level. So that looks pretty rock solid. I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. All right, here we go. Let's do it. That should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. All right, then over here, same thing. And just trying to maximize our space. There's number 2, 3. Holding down control, by the way. Ugh. Saving always does it at the most sucky time. 4. 5. Yeah, hope you don't mind me eating up. Alright, so there's 10. Those should all be aligned to each other. All we gotta do is run the lines in the center, no problem. But we need 22. So there's 10 and then 11. Oops, wrong direction. This one's wrong. No, that's right. That one was right. See how, like, even though I picked it up from the thing, it doesn't pick up its orientation? They should definitely fix that at some point. Should definitely pick up its orientation. Alright, so now we got 11 and 11. That's 22. Alright, there we go. Now all we gotta do is run the lines, run the thing, start converting, and GG, we are making steel ignis like nobody's business. Now, I suggest do not put your lifters in. And all of that. I suggest to go ahead and put a little power in, which is what we're going to do right now. Let's do actually our power lines here. Let's start with those. And the reason why I'm going to start with the power lines, and I'm just going to align them to the edges here just to make it easier for me to run those lines. And that is because I want to use my little hover thing. So to use my little hover thing, I'm going to need to tie in the power over here. And then that little hover thing is going to make it easier for me to fly around and adjust all of this stuff. So good to put in our power lines first, just for that one reason. Now, normally I like them to go straight vertical over the top of the items, so that the smallest. But I've been kind of warming up to doing them offset like that, because that also looks cool. And as I put the power in, it's making it where I can use my little hover. So when I'm putting in all of the splitters, I'm going to make this pretty sweet. Also, if I'm up above this level, this power underneath is actually going to allow me to fly in those upper levels too. And there we go. Now, I don't want to tie this into the central power. Eventually, I want this all to be its own separate unit. So I can turn off the extractor over here. And I can turn off all of these in a single switch. And so that switch will be over on that side at the end. And eventually, all of the switches to all of this stuff will also go all the way back to the top, where I can go to each thing and flip off entire parts of my factory all in a row. It's going to be really cool. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, but we'll get into it. Let's just put all these in. Got to put all these in, and then we'll do the cross lines at the end. I'm just trying to line myself up to it and then run it up there. Now eventually you'd want to make it where you don't see all this stuff, everybody, where it would be enclosed in its own little part of the factory, right? You put all your walls and stuff in like that, because this is going to make your graphics card work, man. Your graphics card is going to be like, ah, gosh. It's going to be working hard. Cross connect action there, and there we go. And then way down here at the end, same thing, little cross connect. And again, see this main line coming out of here, we'll have a little connector on off switch probably at the very end over here, just like we do on a lot of the other parts of the factory. Some of the factory I have it on that side, and some of the factory I have it on this side. I really need to go through and code all of this, which is a primary line, which is a secondary line, which is a travel line. All of that stuff's vitally important to micromanage your actual production. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the first splitter first, right? The lower one, and that's so that it remembers the direction in which I'm sending the splitter, right? It really does help a lot to just do the one side and then come back and do the other side. And I'll show you why. Oh, once it offsets me there. Right when I press the button. But this thing drifts while you're in this, doing this. Your little floaty thing. Plus you got like save lag and a little bit of lag if you have a big factory as well. There we go. All right, so we did all of those. Remember, those are going to split in both directions. And then we're going to do our second one here, which is going to be our lifters. And now the first one doesn't matter, second one doesn't matter, but the third one does. So you want to make sure that that thing is putting it in the right direction on the third one. And I'm going to have them both going from the end here, from this end. So we're going to go ahead and put all of those in now. But sometimes what happens when you do that one and then you do the one next to it, it changes the direction of your splitters, which can be really annoying when it does that. And then you have to rotate it back around on every single one you put in, which gets old very, very quickly. And there we go. All right, now we don't need the bottom two. Take those out. And put your lifters in last. When you start putting your lifters in, you'll know if you did these right or not. And you could just go and hit control, control, control and take them all out at the same time, but I like to actually physically watch them come out just in case I click the wrong thing. Just so I know everything's properly aligned. Okie dokie. And so now we're going to bring that under. And we're going to start doing all our cross connects. So, getting there into there. We'll call that our coal. Under. Got our under overs going on. Yeah, the more you scale up on this, the longer this takes to make all of this stuff. I mean, just scale it up, scale it up, scale it up. We could just keep going, everybody. I mean, it's really an infinite scale because it never runs out of resources. So you can just go find another node, do this again and again and again, as many times as you feel like you need to. There are some people who are actually grabbing all the nodes. That's something I would do on release. I would not do that. Those kind of really massive stuff like that. Because they're just going to change the game later and it's going to break your save and all of that. I feel like that's a huge waste of time. But, hey, you know, if that's your jam, more power to you, bro. More power to you. You do your thing. Alright, let's go ahead and tell it to be still ignis now that we are sure that we're going to keep it like that. Still. Still. A lot of repetitive stuff in this game. Again, it would be great if you could just set the first one and then you know, pick it up and then it just makes the same one over and over again. So I don't have to copy paste all this in here. It would be nice. There's other games that do that and it makes it really, really nice. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our center line. Center feed line here. Upper area. And now we got that done. Now we already have our coal already run over here, so we could get our coal going. We're going to put our coal in our lower level. So we can literally just grab our coal from over here, run it over here, align it like this, back it up just a few, just to give it some beautiful little 90-degree action. Bam! And it's going to just start feeding that in there. And you want to preemptively start to feed that stuff because when you fire this up, you want it to be as overflowed as possible. And since we already have the power in there, it's going to backlog that all the way in there until it reaches whatever its max stack is. In this case, it's 100. So I can start stacking that in there and getting that ready for when I run the iron along here as well. Now the iron I'm going to need to bring down and around and so on. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's put in all of our lifters. Again, I suggest you do them all down one side first. This way they're all properly aligned. There we go. This game very much lends itself to doing the same item over and over and over. So you do one side, and you turn around, you do the other side, you get the idea. Yeah, I'm going to speed up a little bit. I hope you don't mind. I'll catch up here in the chat in just a moment. Trying to get this done because we're running short on time and I want to try to get all this in here. And you're like, well, Kismet, why are you using the max level speed stuff when you don't need to use the max level speed stuff? Why? Because I have plenty of resources. Why not? Why would I build it any lower than max level at this point? If I have so much extra resources laying around, there would be no reason, just so you know. All right. Now, one of the things I could do is I could send the output and the input down the same line if I wanted to. Because eventually I want this all to come out and merge with both sides together and then go up to the other side, or do I want to go here? I think Is this where we put it? I can't remember. I can't remember. What do we put over here? These are smelters. No, these are smelters. This is actually up above. So it is up above. So I want this to go in here, go up above, into the upper level, and be used to make a bunch of encased industrial beams. That's what this whole entire thing is for, just encased industrial beams, and I still don't even have enough to make it happen. But that's okay. We'll add some more later on. So we got this here. We want to take this and we want to run it back this way. So let's just make it nice and easy on ourselves here. Let's just go. I love using the walls at some point. Let's just straight up. Easy peasy walls here. Hold on. Let's make this nice. Let's make this nice. Again, line that up like this. Back it up by 2. That's 1. That's 2. It's a little awkward to do that, by the way. I don't know why that's so awkward. But it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep it under control there, bro. Roll that into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. Which is the max distance of any conveyor belt. Roughly. 2, 4, 5, 6. And of course is right where our power is away. Now when I get here to the end, I'm actually going to raise this up. Or I could actually raise it up back here. You know what? Let's raise it up back here. If we're going to do it, let's do it right. Let's just raise it up from the start. Nice little corner raise right there. Very nice. Okay. Okay, now if it lets my conveyor pole go on there, we're going to do that. And this, because it's going to be up at the second level, so you want to do a double stack there. And we'll bring that across. And we'll make this nice here as well. And let me put my pole in there. Come on, you got it. There we go. Bring this right across the top of that, make that a nice little 90 action, run that into there, and GG, we are making a tremendous amount of that now, everybody. Remember, both of those are overclocked. This is coming in at 600, this ore, and then the coal's coming in at 780. So yeah, that is a lot of that. A lot of that going on. Now we got another 10 minutes. Let's see if we can go ahead before we have that battle. Let's see if I can get these mergers in here. And we can call this a GG. Let's do it. Much easier to put these mergers in when you're up higher. It really helps you align all this stuff. Remember, I don't use mods, so it's not like I'm using a fly mod. This is part of the update. Update 4. How close was I doing over here? Man, pretty close. Let's try to keep it together. Let's say right there. And make sure you're going in the right direction. They can all merge at the end. Whenever you stop and you start again, double check that the direction is correct, because sometimes it'll rotate it around the wrong way, and then it can screw up everything that you're doing. Alright, runner lines back. I hate it when I do that. I do it quite often. Right when I click, that's when it decides to do the whole spinny around the corner. Mine, it doesn't happen as often if you're kind of going in the direction like this. If you're doing it backwards like this, it happens more often, but if you're this way, it happens a lot less often. Tons of steel ignites going on down the line here. Alright, now we're going to need 16 constructors as well down here at the end. For the rest of this production that we're trying to do. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get that in there. Maybe we can just kind of take this out. Take this out. All of this. Just do a little bit of this action. Right, like that. Cover that up nicely. And then we need to run our lines over on this side. Sometimes I make the game lag. I go so fast. It throws me off. Get down below the smoke. Sometimes you just double click in those small areas, like click, click, like that. Same spot, click, and then click. Works out pretty good. All right, there we go. Look at all those steel ignits coming out of there. That's a bunch. And way here at the end, 16 constructors. Again, constructors are going to steel beams, so we just need the steel ignits. This right here is producing the steel ignits, and 16 of these. So, let's see. These are coming out this way, so we could put that in a center merge over there, and that might work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and see how that looks. Let's see. There's one there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking good. We're going to need to do all the power of these as well. This is how I play when I'm not on stream normally, everybody. I play really, really fast. I boogie, man. I boogie big time. Shake your groove thing. Doing a dance party. I go really fast when I'm not on stream. I slow down on stream so you guys can get the general idea. And then I'll kind of explain it before I start. And then once I'm doing something that's repetitive, which you guys get the general idea here, right? You know what I'm doing. I'm putting in constructors and I'm adding power. Then I will speed way up again. So you guys can just watch me as I work my magic. Oh. Alright. And this right here should cross-connect into the power of the other one. So this way when I turn the power off at the end, it'll turn it all off all the way to the end over there. So let's go ahead and cross-connect that in there. But sadly, we're going to need... Well, not sadly, but we're definitely going to need an upgrade on that one. So we can go ahead and tie this there. In fact, we could probably take this line out altogether. Just tie it from right here. Where was that going? That was going right to there. Okay. There we go. Much nicer. All right. Those are all ready to rock. Now, I put all the inputs on this side because what I can do is just keep this going down the line here and just split all this into here. But I can do the same thing on the other side, and that's why I've split them in half. So I basically put 8 on this side, and I need a total of 16. Just to double check my numbers, I wrote it down. All right, 16 is how many I need? 16, yes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them facing each other, and then we'll have the output merge in the center, like so. Kind of the reverse of what we did on the other side, right? And this works really good. If you run one output, then input, then merged, and then out the other end, right? Because the input is in the center on this side, and then the output's going to be in the center on this side. I'll do that a lot with reinforced iron plates and stuff like that. It is real fun to do all that kind of stuff. Now, again, you can do it however you want. There is no wrong way of doing it, as long as it does the thing you want it to do, really, I feel. But some people, they're very stickler. They're like, Kismet, this is the only way you should be doing it. I do it however I want. My game, I play however I want. All right, let's get this in here. Our merger in. And this is why I wait till later, everybody, to do this, so I have all the pieces and parts I need to do that. Now, on this side, you actually don't want mergers. These are all mergers down here. But this one you want a splitter, and you want to make sure that those splitters are, the input of it is correct. Right along here. How much time I got left? 3 minutes. All right, come on, we got this. We got this. 3 minutes to get this all blazing. We've got to run that power on the other side as well. All right, let's get all our splitters in. This stuff right here is the hardest stuff because if you put it the wrong way, it gets all messed up. This is definitely going to draw some serious power when we flip this thing totally on. All right, there we go. Now power over here. Speaking of power, let's get our power in. And again, we'll just align it. That thing. I like to just physically line myself up. And then it's a little bit easier to align that power at the top. Cross connect. This is a different power line. This one needs to connect across into there. There we go. And you don't really need a redundant power because it's not like your stuff gets destroyed. But I'm a big fan of it, so I'll do it anyway. Do a redundant cross-connection power line. All right, there we go. We got that going. Now, let's just actually get this fired up by going in and tell this to be all the correct thing. Copy that. Let's get that in there. This is probably the part I forget the most, is actually just set it to the thing that I want it to be. I know, right? Then we just run some lines, and this stuff's going to fire up. And it has power. You can see because the yellow's coming on there, right? When it's red, that means either it doesn't have power or you haven't told it what to be yet. So that's a dead giveaway that some of these are not set up. And then this one's set up because you can see it was yellow. The actual little light there. Okay, now, well, just a little bit more to do here. Let's run the output in there. Let's get those fired up. Now, the math of this is not going to work out for right now because we don't have enough of the input to make this all work out. So I'm not going to really worry about it. We should really go in and put these all in tandem. The output of both these, merge them together so that they'll run down the line together. But we're going to split them just to make this a bit easier on us. For now. Those inputs going. Get all these fired up. And then all the outputs. And, oh! Oh, so close, so close. Let's finish it up. Now, don't worry, everybody. I'm going to go into battle mode today. We're going to go ahead and run a bunch of battles all day long. We'll get that going on here in a moment. If I can get my fingers to cooperate. That is a GG. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? We built that today. We just built that. Isn't that awesome? So cool, man. So cool. We got all green lights, which means all of our stuff is running. That's looking sweet. All right. And then, of course, our output here are steel beams. And now we just got to get our steel beams up here to the top. I can find a little spot here where I don't feel like I'm hanging off to my death here. Oh, God. I got to get those up here. Now, what I should have done, now that I think about it, is I should have turned this around going the other direction. Because then I could have brought it up over here and run it that way. But since we've already set the precedent of the direction here, we're also going to go in here, take this out now, and bring this up along here. We got to figure out how to do that. Well, this is all turned off here. This is all turned off. Where is the switch? Right here. Huh. Oh, the power's disconnected. The main power line that went into there, I disconnected it at some point. Alright, well, I'm on it. Let's get it back up and running. There we go. Okay. We got that going, and we got to get this right here. The output of this into that hole right there. So, and that's going to come up and over. So what we want to probably do is do a triple wall so that we can offset that a bit. Get that to go up into there. And then I think we could probably do a little zigzag there. Give a little zigzag. Now again, I don't make everything super symmetrical because boring. I like to give it a little flair, a little something something, you know what I mean? Again, you'll see me not build everything symmetrical. That's just too boring. That's too easy. Too easy to build everything symmetrical. I feel like you want to give it a little something. A little something something. Like that. Alright, cool. That's what we want right there. We got that lined up. All we got to do is get it from over there to over here. And so we'll run right along here. So we can kind of offset this a little bit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need to put a wall here. It's going to be a tough one. You need to get a wall. You need to go down. See if we can kind of get it to go around the corner. Come on, you. Come on, save lag. Oh. Ain't making it easy. Huh. It won't let me put it that way. If I connect it down here, it's not going to end up right. It's going to be offset in a different way. But it's still usable. Still usable, I think. I think we can get away with that. Let's do this. We're going to run that over by 1. And we'll run this there. What was the output of this again? The output of this was 16 times 60 is 960. Right? Is that the output of this? Hey, Siri. What's 15 times 22?
15 times
oh, wait,
22
that wasn't
is
right.
330.
That's not right. Hey, Siri. What's 16 times 15?
16 times 50.
240. All right, 240. I just was seeing if it was going to be too fast for my thing here. All right, and then we got the merger. And what we're going to do is just come out here like this and kind of line that up. Yeah, just visually line it up. Run it across there. That sucker done, everybody. That sucker is done. So roughly it's 240, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough because we don't have enough input. But this means that this is perpetually going to run and not stop when we run out of resources. This will run forever. until it fills up that box over there. And now you can see them running in. And now what I would do at this point, everybody, is I would run along and double check that this is all getting all the resources it needs. It kind of feels like my concrete's a little slow there. But that one is filled there. That one's filled. Filled. These are all looking good because it's green all the way down the end. It's probably backfilled a lot of this. Concrete already. This one is not filled. Right there. So why is that not coming through at 300 per minute is the question. I feel like it's not really producing 300 per minute. Oh, we scaled this up, but we didn't scale the rest of this up. Oh, I forgot to scale all that up. That's right. Okay, well, we got to come back and scale up our concrete next time. All right, you guys remember, because I'm going to forget. We forgot to scale, it's 300 output of the concrete, but we need to combine it with the other concrete over there and scale up our actual concrete production to match 300 output. So yeah, we're going to work on that as well. Work on that second part, now that we got the other part going over there. All right, so, or we can just set it to whatever we want it to be. Basically because it's going to be 300 divided by 45, which is going to reduce the total amount, but we have 2 concrete nodes, and then any excess that we're producing should go back up into our main box. All right, well, that'll get at least some of that going. Now, while we were doing all of that, by the way, it was using up my excess resources, and what we really need is our encased industrial beam, so we can expand all of that and scale that up. And while we were doing all of that, it was actually producing some more encased industrial beams, which is what we were working on over here. And those are now getting filled up. So there we go. So now we got a bunch of those while we're at it. And then, of course, we'll scale up each and every one of these and work on our plastic again and our thing and all of that. But first, we're going to save. And I'm going to try to give myself a reminder. Scale up con. Scale up con. Or short for concrete. All right. I'll try to remember. All right, let's do this battle, and then we're going to go into battle mode. To battle! Let's do it. How many units we got this time? Okay, a little bit more this time. 58. We're getting there. We're getting up there. But again, you're putting down 1 unit could cause us to lose. Make sure to put down as many as you can. Up to 6 units each and every time. You can use those epics. Or just use those basic units. Those basic units do help us a lot. Let's go. Oh, got wrecked at the bottom there. I'm already dead. Wow. All right. Do we not have any healers? Yikes. Oh, God. We're coming in from the side there, but we got our range. Wiping them out. Getting these guys taken out. When I die that early, that's when I'm nervous, man. That's a pretty early stage for me to die as a tank. Still got a little bit of range left. Still could happen. Oh, man. That was a close one. Holy moly. Nice job, everybody. Wow, walked away with a win on that one. Barely by the skin of her teeth. Tardis, Sarwin, and Rotisserie G walking away with the loot. And Oscar, I'm going to call you, is 9 kills MVP of that round. All right. Let's keep it going. We're going to try to get to this green chest here. So again, we're going to get the 4 skull out, and I'm going to try it first with the Barbarian. We're going to get him right up in here and get up into the business. Right there. All right, let's do it. Let's get in there. Let's get in there and try to get that battle won. All right, again, we'll just go ahead and save that again. We'll come back to this next time. We shall work on our concrete and all of that. I feel like we massively scaled that up, and now at least we have it doing some of the encased industrial beams, so we can now scale up our concrete. and then we scale that up, and then we're going to scale a massive amount of encased industrial beams, which we're actually going to need a ton of those later as well. As well as we're going to need motors, we're going to need rotors, we're going to need stators, we're going to need all of that stuff to get massively scaled up. So that we can then also scale up our production of our heavy modular frames and our computers and all of that stuff. And we're going to scale and scale and scale and scale and keep scaling until we get up to the highest in stuff, in which we basically can produce a massive ton of nuclear power. And that's where our long-term play is at. But the nice thing is we've got all of our basics scaled up, plenty of that, a little bit of our second level stuff here. And then eventually you'll see I'll have my third level, super high level stuff over here as well. As it goes around eventually in a complete circle of all of the resources that we're going to need to eventually feed that stuff into the space elevator. But I feel like we got a lot done today. I see a box over there. I see a box just laying here. No. No. Oh man, just makes me want to clean all this up, take all this out. We'll get to it eventually. Get to it eventually. All right. We got to do some battles. I got to head out because I got to be back in about 5 hours and do it all over again. We're going to be doing some questing tonight in New World. Try to get our Cutlass keys done. Keep working them town boards. We're going to be doing all of that as well. So let's go to my office. Give you guys a little bit of love, and then we're going to go ahead and go into battle mode. There we go. 1,000, 2,000. I gotta do this first or I forget. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 caps for being awesome and hanging out here in the stream. Now remember, you can use those for the giveaways later on. Ooh, I also see I got a whisper from Smashly. Ooh, we might know what server we're gonna be on. We might know what server. Oh, I can't wait to go look. I'll go look here in a minute. Let's see. Also, here's my schedule right here. Now, again, I do stream Tuesday through Thursday, as well as Saturdays. I gotta find it here. There we go. Tuesday through Thursday from 1 p.m. in the morning, usually to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then sometimes we go into battle mode, like right now, we're about 5 o'clock. We're going to go into battle mode all the way until tonight, 10 p.m. So it'll be like 9 hours of battles that you'll be able to have to hear in the stream. So you can get lots of loot from the event. Usually I do it during event times. And then I'll be back tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing New World all week, 10 p.m., 10 p.m., 10 p.m. And then on Saturday, we may do a bonus stream that's not on the schedule for Fallout 76 for Bomb Drop Day, where we'll go ahead and spend about a good 4 hours doing our double dailies, as well as running around and doing any kind of event stuff that we want to do as well. And then, of course, we'll be back on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing that Kabbalist run with my crew. Also on Thursday night, we're going to be doing a level 35 expeditions, aka their dungeon runs that they have in there. I've never done it before, so I am kind of waiting for people to get up to that level first. I don't try to rush ahead. I try to take my time. And this way I can do it with members as well who are still on their way up as well. So that's going to be really fun. Now, if you guys are like, hey, Kismet, how can I support the stream even though I got no dollar bills in my pocket? Here's what you do. Bam! You go right over here to YouTube. How about a good segue for that one, right? That was a pretty good segue, I think. Right here, go to youtube.com/KismetBP. Now, if you are watching this on YouTube, super easy. You can also go down and just press the subscribe button. Or if you're watching here on stream, you go ahead and click that link right there. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. Does help out tremendously. Same thing with Twitter. Go over to Twitter, hit that follow button. Helps out. You can also check out more about the stream and also join up for our team in New World, which you can actually get onto our server now. Do not use your server transfer, but you can create a new character and come and join us because we may move servers. And so right here, discord.gg, check that out, as well as kismet.gg, which is my main website. You can check out all my studio equipment. Kismet, what microphone do you have? What computer do you have? What video card do you have? All that stuff is in a giant list, even with links where you can click on it and bring you right to Amazon or wherever. If you're looking for certain software, cabling, whatever it is, I got all that up there for you. That took me a tremendous amount of time to do, by the way, so enjoy that. And then also down there, you're like, Kismet, how can I really go above and beyond and really keep the love train going? You can go down to patreon.com, go over there and support the stream. That is your best way of supporting the stream because 95% of that goes right into the stream. 5% of it goes to PayPal. But instead of only 50% of your subscription, you get 95% of your subscription goes right in the stream. Helps me keep going, helps me keep doing giveaways and things like that, as well as encourages me to do more videos and more stuff and add more stuff to the stream. That's what I love to do every single day. Helps me do this crazy idea called streaming, everybody. That my wife still thinks I'm nuts. But then again, you know, the crazy ones are the ones who do all the most amazing stuff in life, I find. The ones who go and take a risk. Now, again, everybody, I'm going to go into what's called a battle mode. Now, you're not going to see or hear me, but I'm going to keep the battles going all day long because I love you guys that much. Every 30 minutes, we're going to keep those battles rocking. So hang out here in the stream, get yourself tons of loot, and I will see you guys tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.